nearlydanish.com.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Let's get ready to rumble!
So this is mock test 10. Okay. 1992, Denmark voted no to the Maastricht Treaty, and this treaty was where I think Denmark had to change the currency from the krona to the euro. Well, that was one of the things Denmark would have had to sign up to, and yeah, this also led to the reservations that Denmark currently has. Anyways, how many people got this wrong? 38 people got this wrong. So please, I think this is a semi-frequently asked question. So this is a question that you must know the answer to. So please get it right the next time. It will appear in your profile so you can fix that. Okay, next one. Yeah, you guys know the answer to this. Okay, only 3 people don't know the answer to this. This is a frequently asked question. There's a formula you can use to remember this. It is 4, 4, 5. So every 4 years there has to be Folketing election. Every 4 years there has to be regional election, regional and communal election, and every 5 years there has to be a European Parliament election. The last European Parliament election was in 2000 and wait. Yeah, 2019. So there is a European Parliament election actually coming up sometime in June, I think. But yes, remember it 445, okay? This is an FAQ. Round of applause to you guys. All right, next one. Why do I feel like, wait. Guys, just give me a sec. Let me check something, because this thing is looking a bit wonky. Is this what we're supposed to be doing? Give me 1 second. Let me check this. So it's mock test 10, right? It looks like, anyways. Okay. Okay, we're on the right track. I got a bit confused. I was like, why do these questions seem familiar? Anyways, I've been doing this thing for too long, so yes, it's getting all blurry now. All right, so we have 39 people got this wrong. You cannot appeal a decision from the Supreme Court. This is a potential new question never been asked before. For the people that got this wrong.
Now you know what you don't know.
Next one. AK is the highest climber, up 32 places.
Great job!
Next one. Vilken kapitale du sportsmål? Rohina, I'm going to answer your question in a second, okay? Is this your first time here? Okay, so someone is asking me from which chapters do I create the questions. This is a mock test. Okay, so this test takes from all the chapters. And it's just like the real test. So the real test will take questions from all different chapters and create a test of 45 questions. 35 of them will be based on the book. 5 of them will be current affairs, and the other 5 will be Danish values. All right, I hope that answers your question. 21 people got this wrong. This is a frequently asked question. Tycho Brahe is an astronomer, or was an astronomer, and he discovered Cassiopeia, which is one of the constellations. 20 players just hits an answer streak of 3.
Excellent.
All right, next one. Okay, so Turkey is another member of NATO. Sweden just joined. Finland joined as well. I think it was sometime last year, early this year, can't remember. For the people that are here for the first time, I will do a bit of explanation of what happens next. So if you're here for the first time, you don't have a profile on nearlydanish.com. But if you're participating in this Kahoot, you will have a profile on nearlydanish.com. Now, how do you find your profile? You go to nearlydanish.com. You see this arrow that's pointing down here? You scroll down. You see here the purple box that says Kahoot. Click on Players. And when it loads up, or maybe even a better way to do it would be to click on Sessions. So when you click on Sessions, you will see a session that the most recent session you took, you participated in. So there will be a session that says Mock Test 10. You click on that, and you will see your name. Your name is going to be in this list somewhere. So search for your name and click on it. Click in on Adi Claudio's profile, and you will come to your profile. And it shows you how prepared you are. And it shows you all the mistakes you've made that you need to correct. And it has quizzes that cover the whole book, chapter to chapter. And it covers, so each of these quizzes covers each section and subsection of the book. So it's a comprehensive, it has comprehensive coverage of the whole book. Okay. And then, of course, you have the most frequently asked questions, Danish values, current affairs, the mock tests, and the previous exams for both INDFØDSRETSPRØVEN and Melbo Escapes Prøven. The goal here is to get this to 100% prepared. Okay. Now, if we look at the leaderboard, let's have a look at Maya. Maya is currently number 1. Let's see if this thing actually loads. Load up, man. Don't crash the site. I don't know why this always happens. When you're trying to demo something, it doesn't work. Okay, it's loaded up. So Maya is number 1. We click on her profile. She is 93% prepared. Now, what does that mean? Now, there's some errors here, ignore that, right? It means that she has finished every single quiz in every single chapter 7 times each. So this person knows the information in the book like the back of her hand at this point. Okay? The goal is to get each and every single one of these progress bars to 100%. If you do that, your probability of passing the test goes up really high because you actually have the information in the book in your head. Okay? Repetition, repetition, that's the name of the game. That's how the brain works. So I hope that made sense. We're moving on. All right, so someone is saying their name is not there. Sherkan, if this is your first time, your name will not be there. Your name will only show up there after this session when I import the scores. And I showed you one way to find your name. Another way to find your name is to, if you're on a Windows machine, or basically search the page. So I'm going to search for Bogdan, like I always search, right? And look, he's popped up here. You click on that, and you have your profile, and then you can start work. Okay? I hope that made sense. If you have any questions, just write me a message on Facebook. All right, so we have DI Adiclodio Raja, Alex Bold Meerkat 72. I've seen all these names before. These guys have been practicing. They've been coming here for a while. Anjum is the highest climber, up 16 places.
Excellent.
Next one. All right, so this is the most frequently asked question. So if there's any question you must know the answer to, it's this one. Okay, so you guys have figured this one out, except one person. So this is the question that has the highest probability of showing up on the test. Okay, this question has shown up on 12 tests, 12 previous tests. And that means it has a very high probability of showing up. For the people that are here for the first time, you can find the most frequently asked questions on your profile, okay? It's here, and they are broken up into 4 parts. There's about 200 of these questions. These questions are questions that you must know the answers to. And just to illustrate, this is frequently asked questions part 1. Boom, that's the question right there. Appeared in 12 tests. So please, make sure you go through these the quiz, the FAQ quiz, and make sure you know the answers to every single one of those questions. Round of applause to you guys that got them right. Okay. Next one. Right, 23 players just hits an answer streak of 3. All right, so the church doesn't have an official spokesperson. It does have a leader though, and the monarch of Denmark, the king or the queen. In this case, it's the king that is the leader of the church. 49 people got this wrong.
Now you know what you don't know.
Fix that, it will show up on your profile. And there's the highest climber, up 26 places. On to the next one. This question should say, should Denmark's king, not queen, because it's changed. But this is a frequently asked question. All right, I almost gave the answer to you guys. Round of applause. We talked about this a whole bunch of times. The monarch is the only person in Denmark that that's not covered by religious freedom, because they always have to be the head of the church, which is a Christian organization. All right, moving on. Adiclodio is now number 1. Tosia is back in the game 3 in a row.
Great job.
Next one. You know the answer to this. It's FAQ. Please get it right. Okay. It's Rigsfællesskab. So that's the Danish Commonwealth, and it's made up of Denmark, Greenland, and the Faroe Islands. 14 people got this wrong. Please get it right.
Now you know what you don't know.
Next one. I have a static top 5.
Static top 5.
14 players reached an answer streak of 8. We're at question number 10 now. You know this is also an FAQ. All right, you guys are getting better and better. Michael made a mistake, so hopefully he actually knew the answer to this. Look, when you're in the test, okay, please read the questions slowly and then go ahead and answer. Read the questions slowly, and then read the answers slowly and then go ahead and answer, okay? Please don't be in a hurry to, finish and come out. Read the questions slowly, read the answers slowly, give your answer, and then please don't change your answers. Do it one time and be done with it. Next one. All right. Right, someone is asking, the head of state is always the king. Sorry, the monarch, right? So it used to be the queen and now it's the king. Because Denmark is a constitutional monarchy. Gosh. 1956, fleeing down where it comes from. Yes. This one I think is appeared one time. So there was a upstand in Hungary, and a lot of refugees came from there in 1956. So a lot of you got this wrong. So this is definitely a weak spot. Fix it. For the people that got this wrong, sorry guys. All right, next one. Someone fell out, can't remember who. Duke is now in the top 5. 4 players reached an answer streak of 3. All right, this is another weak spot for you guys. This is a brand new question. So right after the Second World War, Venstre got power. So I think the next prime minister after the Second World War was from Venstre. Can't remember exactly who it was. How many people got this wrong? 94 people got this wrong. Wow, that's bad. Sorry, guys. This is definitely a weak spot.
Now you know what you don't know.
Plug that weak spot. It will show up on your profile and you can fix that. White Walker is back with an answer streak of 3.
Oh my! He's on fire!
So this is still during the Viking times. Actually, was it? No, not Viking times, actually. Jesus Christ. Ignis. Ignis, Denmark has a king now, bro. Like, so the queen abdicated this year, and Denmark now has a king, and that's why it's the king. If the queen was still the monarch, it would be her. Okay, so we now have a king. It's King Frederick X. All right, 32 people got this wrong. So Valdemar Attertag, I don't know if I'm saying this name right. His daughter was Margaret I, and she is the one that created the Kalmar Union, and he handed over power to her. So this is from 1300, 1200-ish. All right, there's 2 people got this wrong. Static top 5.
Static top 5.
Mrs. JB Inno is the highest climber, up 13 places.
Excellent.
Next one. This is also an FAQ, frequently asked question. All right. Majority of you got this right. 10 people got it wrong. 1807, England bombarded Copenhagen with cannons. And actually, you can find some of those cannons still in the walls at Rosenborg, the castle. Right. So 5 people got this wrong. This is a question that you must know the answer to. It's an FAQ. So please get it right next time because you will be seeing it again. Right. Yeah, this is a brand new question. If you haven't been practicing, you're not going to know the answer to this. But let's see how many of you actually know. Oh, wow. Wow! I was expecting a lot of people not to get this right. Round of applause. Okay, so yes, so this was the wife of Carl Nielsen, and she was what's the word in English? Commissioned to make a bust of a king, the first lady to do that. 41 people got this wrong. Now you know what you don't know. Get it right next time. If you run into it again, you will be running into it again if you're practicing via the chapters. Helga is making a comeback with 3 in a row.
Great job.
We've got 30 questions to go. You've seen this before. All right, so yes, a minister can be a minister of several ministries, and there are plenty of examples in the current government. 16 people got this wrong.
Now you know what you don't know.
Next one. We have a static top 5.
Static top 5.
Adi Claudio, D.I. Boldmere, Kathleen, 39, and Civi. These are the usual suspects, so we've seen these names. These names are quite well known to me. However, Vera is back with an answer streak of 3. That's the first time I've ever seen that name, so round of applause to you. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Let's see how you guys do on this. So you wouldn't know the answer to this unless you read the book or you've been practicing. Which is why I recommend that you read the book at least twice. And it gets easier if you've actually been practicing. Okay, as I predicted, a lot of people got this wrong. So 95 people got this wrong. Okay, so I guess this is an opportunity to say what I'm about to say. Please, okay, read the book. Read the book while you're doing the quizzes because it gets easier. It kind of helps you focus your mind on the important information. The book, I understand, I tried reading it myself. It was very tough to read that book because it's a bit dry. But when you do the quizzes and then read it, it's easier. And when you read the book and then come back to the quizzes become easier. So it's kind of like, you know, a loop and it feeds back into itself. So please start reading the book if you haven't already. On to the next one. 8 players have reached an answer streak of 4. All right, so the UN Security Council is made up of 15 countries. I don't know, something, anyways, I can't remember if something happened recently with this number, but anyways, how many people got this wrong? So 82 people got this wrong. So almost half of you got this wrong. Well, now you know what you don't know.
Now you know what you don't know.
Someone is asking for the book in English. So if you look in the group, so search in the group and you'll find some people have posted a version of the book in English. On to the next one. Okay. Alexander, I'll talk about that right now. Okay, so who designed the Black Diamond? Schmidt, Hammer, Lassen. This is chapter 5 or 6, I think. Can't remember exactly. But this is definitely a weak spot for you guys. I can tell, like, look, man, almost 100 people got this wrong. So 99 people got this wrong. Sorry. All right. There are people that are here from meetup.com. And if you're here from meetup.com, then you probably don't know about the Facebook group. There is a Facebook group. I will be showing you that right now. It's called Danish Citizenship Test. Join the group. There's a whole bunch of people in there every day. Well, you can see the picture of us from yesterday. We went to Folketing, and it was really nice to see all of you guys. And I post, wait 1 second. I post daily quizzes every day, as you can see. You can see also the events, and you can find people's uploads. So if you look in files, you can see people's summaries, political parties. This is a bit like, this is from over the years, right? And all of this information, some of it might be outdated, but yeah, look in there. And then you can search the group. So English version, right? So let's see, English. Let's search for the word English. Ta-da! Someone called Rosie Sharp. I have created an English translation of the study materials for the test, and it's on Google Docs. So just search and you'll find these things. All right, moving on. Okay, next one. All right, everything is, well, not everything, but a lot of people in the top 5 have been reshuffled. Adi Claudio is holding that #1 spot. This guy has become a beast, eh? Round of applause. Okay, so we have Adi Claudio, Sivi, Mary, Dia, and Ines. All right. CK is the highest climber, up 22 places.
Excellent.
We're on to question number 20 right now. I'll tell you guys a bit of a story about this. Let's see how you guys do. All right. So this question, I have a story about this. So I took the exam in 2019. And when I was in the exam, of course, you have a bit of nerves, right? You're nervous. And I didn't read it properly. So I just read it through. And I saw 1849. And I looked in the answers. I saw Grundloven, and I chose Grundloven. But I didn't read the question slowly. And I ended up messing this up. I got 37 out of 40. Back then, it was there was no Danish values questions. And this was one of the questions that I failed because I didn't read the question slowly. So please read the question slowly, okay? Then read the answers, make sure you understand the questions and the answers, and then you go ahead and answer. On to the next one. Static top 5.
Static top 5.
Lee is back in the game. Next one. This is from chapter 6. Brand new question. All right, so there was a massive new section in chapter 6 that was added in August 2023, and it's Denmark's tourist attractions. You can be sure that there will be at least one question from there. So please go and have a look at that. Have a look at the quizzes on that. I've created quizzes for every single part of that new section. So do the quizzes and also read that part of the book as well. However, over 100 of you got this right, so round of applause. Imran, start with chapter 1, bro, and go down from there, okay? On to the next one. 3 in a row, guys, back in the game. All right, I actually didn't know the answer to this. 2.5 months. All right, so Snail actually knew this because he's going on paternity leave. How many people got this wrong? 49 people got this wrong.
Now you know what you don't know.
This is a question that has never been asked before. Will it show up? Probably not, but now you know what you don't know. In case it shows up, you get it right the next time. Angela is making a comeback with 3 in a row.
She's on fire.
Imran, look, the point is to start, okay? Start reading, practicing. You can start from wherever you want. But you have to do everything in the book, okay? Chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do all the quizzes like I just showed you, and you'll be good. Yes, so the last time Denmark had the EU president post was in 2012. A lot of people didn't know this. Well, now you know what you don't know.
Now you know what you don't know.
All right. Splitting quizzes from chapter 5. I've decided not to do that, but if there is enough support, I will do it. So please, if you want me to split the quizzes, show your support in the chat, okay? 34 players lost their answer streak of 3. Sorry, guys. Then Vadet, I don't know. Can't remember. But if you are in doubt, please check the book, okay? Right, it was H.C. Andersen. So his most famous book, one of the most famous books, is at least The Little Mermaid, but he wrote a whole bunch of other books, and they could ask about any one of those books as well. The most famous Danish author. 64 people got this wrong. Over 100 people got this right. Round of applause to you guys. Next one. All right, so there's people for splitting and there's people for not splitting. I think you guys are even at this point, so I'm not doing anything. Marcel is back in the game. Adi Claudio holding number 1. It's a static. Oh, wait, it wasn't a static top 5. Civi just came in. This is for Marcel.
Oh my! He's on fire!
Next one. Okay, more people are asking to split. If you want me to split, please show your support in the chat. We talked about this at the previous Kahoot. You know what? Since this is such a massive issue, well, not a massive issue, some people are asking, I'm going to create a poll in the Facebook group and you guys can vote on it. All right, so parliamentarism was included in Grundlagen in 1953. However, it was created in 1901. And what does that mean? It means that a government cannot have a majority against it in parliament, which is the reason why a lot of the governments in Denmark have been minority governments. All right, so for the people that got this wrong, this is a frequently asked question, so please get it right next time.
Now you know what you don't know.
Next one. Okay, so BMW 15 is back with an answer streak of 3.
Oh my! He's on fire!
We have a static top
Static
5.
top 5.
We've got 20 questions to go. Yes, I think it was Ines that wrote me. Ines, was it you that wrote me about this question? Yeah. And we went back and forth until I showed you the part in the book that actually says this. Okay, so 2007, there was a structural reform where the number of communes was reduced and the regions were created. However, also the state took over collecting of taxes from the commune in this year as well. So something that is happening, well, a lot of people write to me like when they see questions and they say, oh, I saw this I Googled it, or I saw this in another part of the book. Whenever you are having those doubts, check the exact part of the book that the quiz is from, and you will see it there, okay? So whenever you have this doubt, please check the book. Don't go to Google, go to the book, because the test is based on information from the book and not from Google. And sometimes I do agree, sometimes the information is outdated, but if a question comes from, if there's a question about that information, please use the outdated information, answer with that, because it's from the book. All right, moving on to the next one. Okay, so Ines is making a comeback with 3 in a row. Okay, that's a coincidence. Round of applause to you. Adi Claudia knows this for sure. Adi Claudia, you're becoming the new trend. All right, he sold over 100,000 units of his poetry collection, which was named after him. It's called Yahya Hassan. Okay, so 69 people got this wrong.
Now you know what you don't know.
He is the highest selling poet in Denmark. Yeah, this is from chapter 5. Actually, this is the last person mentioned in chapter 5. All right, moving on. No, not chapter 5, the literature part of chapter 5. Okay, so we have a static top 5.
Static top 5.
Madam L is making a comeback with 3 in a row.
She's on fire!
Next one. Yes, it was about the inclusion in the internal market. EU, that's what this was about. This is a weak spot. I could tell more than half of you got this wrong.
Now you know what you don't know.
Static top 5.
Static top 5.
Alex is back in the game with 3 in a row.
Oh my! He's on fire!
We're getting closer and closer to current affairs. You know the answer to this. This is the most, well, not the most, one of the most frequently asked questions. This is an FAQ. right, round of applause. All right, so undervisningsplikt in Denmark is 10 years. All right, so everyone in Denmark is obligated to have some kind of education for at least 10 years. We have a static top 5.
Static top 5.
AVM back in the game 3 in a row.
Excellent.
Next one. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
If you don't know, make an educated guess. Yes, so this was during the Cold War where there was an arms race between, was it the Soviet Union at the time and America? And this movement started that was against that. All right. Surprisingly, more than 100 of you got this right. Round of applause. All right, so 52 people got this wrong. That's still a significant number. Hopefully you get it right the next time.
Now you know what you don't know.
It will show up on your profile and then you can fix it. Moving on to the next one. We still have a static top 5. Nothing is happening in this top 5. Helga is making a comeback with 3 in a row.
Great job.
We've got 15 questions to go. All right, so 90% of people in Denmark are members of at least one forening, which is why Denmark is called a foreningsland. 38 people got this wrong. Fix it, it will show up on your profile. Static top 5 still. DV is back in the game 3 in a row. Next one. All right, round of applause. Wow. Wow! It's been a static top 5 for like 5 questions. What the heck, man?
Static top 5.
Okay, so everybody here has over the 29,000 points. Is that perfect score? No, actually. Anyways, Tonton is back on an answer streak of 3.
Great job.
We've got 3 more questions in history, and then we'll go to current affairs. You know the answer to this if you've been coming here. It's FAQ. Venstre. So the affiliation is the farmers were for Venstre even till now. The workers for Social Democratic Party. And yeah, that's been the historical affiliation since the 1870s. All right, so we have 54 people got this wrong. Please get it right next time.
Now you know what you don't know.
Next one. Static top 5 still. 8 players reached an answer streak of 6. No explosions tonight. Come on, guys. If you know, anyways, I'm not going to say anything. All right, Santan's happens on the 23rd of June, unless in the middle of summer. Okay, so 42 people got this wrong. Majority of you got this right, so round of applause. Last history question. All right, so before June 2022, the answer was no. After the war started in Ukraine, there was a referendum, and the answer is now yes. 13 people got this wrong.
Now you know what you don't know.
Let's see what's happening to that top 5. Okay, nothing is happening to the top 5. Adi Claudio, why do you say you're afraid you're going to fall off? Anyway, 6 players have reached an answer streak of 8.
Excellent.
We're done with the history part. So all the questions from the book, done. We're moving on to current affairs now. I will be discussing the themes of these questions. So let's go. Let's see if you guys know this. Hopefully everybody gets the answer to this. Okay. 2 people don't know this. Anyways, the theme of this question is political parties and their leaders. Mette Frederiksen is the current prime minister, and she is also the leader of the Social Democratic Party. 2 people got this wrong. Please get it right next time. In case they ask this, you should know this actually. In any case, we're moving on to the next one. We have a static top 5. Saran is making a comeback with 3 in a row.
Great job.
All right, so there was a question like this in November 2023 where the Etisk law made a recommendation to increase the limit for abortion from 12 to 18 weeks. And apparently there's a leaked document that the Folketing is about to vote on this to make it law. So most of you actually got this right. So you've been keeping up with what's going on. Round of applause. All right. 4 players lost their answer streak of 5. Sorry, guys. The government. All right, so this is definitely a weak spot. All right, let me show you guys. So on your profile under current affairs, there is a quiz dedicated to the government. So all the prime minister and her ministers, and also for political parties and their leaders. Okay, so please take those quizzes. All right. Next one. Right, so there's been a bit of a reshuffle. Adi Claudio is still holding that number 1. Bold Meerkat now at number 2. DI 3. Civi went up to 4, and DH now at 5. CK is back in the game with 3 in a row.
Great job.
Next one. All right. Oh, wow. Okay. Majority of you actually got this right. So the theme of this is some kind of scandal. So apparently there was a company in Ranas commune that was not, it wasn't doing what it was supposed to do. And now it was pumping a whole bunch of contaminated soil into the ground, and it's causing landslides in Ranas commune. And apparently the commune is about to go bankrupt trying to clean this up. So it's a huge thing right now. A lot of people are talking about it. There's a whole theme on the DR website about keeping track of what's going on with this. So this could show up in current affairs. All right. Yes, so people are saying that, yeah, that's the whole point of this thing. By the end of this whole process, you're going to know more about Denmark than your own native country. I definitely know more about Denmark than where I come from. I know so much about Danish history. It's crazy, man. But anyways, that's the point. And if you can get to that point, then you're going to pass the test. And then we have succeeded. All right, next one. All right, static top 5. 5 players lost the answer streak of 4, sorry. This is the last current affairs question. Right, yes, so she's turning 80. This is Princess Benedicta. The theme of this is an anniversary that's a multiple of 10, and also something that's happening in the royal family. Do I think this is going to show up? No. There's been more noteworthy events that's happened in the royal family. The most important one being the abdication of the queen and the new king. So I don't think this is going to show up. All right. I put it here because it fits the theme. In any case, we're moving to Danish values right now. So Adi Claudio, DI, Civi, Bold Meerkat, and DH in the top 5. 4 players just hit an answer streak of 3. All right. Danish values. Tell me what you think the theme is in the chat. So what's the theme here? What is the theme here, guys? No one is saying anything. All right, so yes, the theme is, corruption and low corruption in Denmark. Yeah, moving on to the next one. Let's see. Adi Claudio is still at number 1. Emily's making a comeback with 3 in a row.
Excellent.
Next one. What is the theme here? All right. So the theme here is contrast with religious tradition. So the person that was closest was actually, I think it was Karthik, right? So in Islam, you can get married to more than one woman, whereas in Denmark, that is illegal. All right. 25 people got this wrong. Now you know what you don't know.
Now you know what you don't know.
By the way, these Danish values questions are not hard. They're really common sense questions. The only thing is that sometimes they use some, weird Danish and they ask the question in a bit of a twisted way. So read the question really slowly, make sure I understand what the question is about, and that would lead you to the answer. I've created there's a video on the YouTube channel that's focused on this. Let me see. Let me just show you guys. I think it's youtube.com, nearly Danish. So nearly Danish TV. And if you look at the videos, it's one of the most popular ones. This one here. So I talk about how to approach the Danish values question. We will have another session on just on Danish values to see, and I'll be testing if you can pinpoint what the theme of the question is. All right. We're almost done now. We've got 3 questions to go. Next one. So it's looking like Adi Claudio is going to get his first number 1 in a mock test. Round of applause to this guy, man. All right. 3 players reached an answer streak of 19. Excellent.
Excellent.
We've got 3 questions to go. Wait. What? Oh man, I think I made a mistake. What was the other one? Did I ask this question twice? Shucks. I think I was explaining the other one, thinking I was explaining this one. Yes, same sex. Sorry. Man, I'm sorry. The other one was liberalism. So the person that actually got this right was, let me see, NKZ937. Yeah, you got it right. Everybody else didn't. Okay, okay. And yes, this is the one about polygamy. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't even really, read the question, but now I actually did. All right. Yes, so this is the one that is contrast with the religious tradition. In Denmark, it is illegal to be married to more than one person, whereas in Islam, it is, you can marry more than one person. All right. Okay, so static top 5. Ryan is the highest climber, up 9 places.
Great job.
We've got 2 questions to go. Yes, 2 wives, more than one wife in Islam. Okay. Hey. Yes. All right. You guys are guessing this now. All right, so this is about gender equality. 7 people got this wrong. Adi Claudio, DI, Civi, Bold, Meerkat, and DH. Gulnara is back with an answer streak of 3.
Oh my! He's on fire!
All right, so we have the last question and we're done for tonight. This was an actual question in an actual test. All right, so the theme here is crimes against the state. Okay, 3 people got this wrong. Let's have a look at the podium. Civi at number 3. DI at number 2. And of course, Adi Claudio at number 1. Congratulations, man. Bold Meerkat at number 4 and DH at 5.
NearlyDanish.com.